Good day, students. I am Mr. Beo, your mathematics teacher for this school year. For this week, we are going to discuss all about the geometric sequence. But before that, after going through this lesson, you are expected to demonstrate knowledge and skills related to the sequences. Especially, you should be able to determine the nth term of a given geometric sequence, solve for the geometric mean of geometric sequence, and find the sum of the given geometric sequence. Geometric sequence is a sequence of numbers follows a pattern of multiplying fixed non-zero number from one term to obtain the next term. A geometric sequence, the non-zero constant multiplied to each term of geometric sequence is called the common ratio. We denote here as R. The common ratio or R can be determined by dividing any term in the sequence by the term that precedes it. Okay, first, let us try to learn the process of finding the nth term of geometric sequence. When we say the nth term of geometric sequence, either it is the unknown term or the last term of the sequence. For example, what will be the seventh term of geometric sequence if its first term is 5 and its common ratio is positive 3? Commonly, ang ginagawa lang natin dyan, kung meron tayong first term na 5, para malaman ang second term, minomultiply lang natin yung first term at yung common ratio. So we have 15. Para rin malaman natin yung third term, we'll just simply multiply the second term and yung ating common ratio. So 15 times 3 is 45. Para malaman naman yung fourth term, yung third term, i-multiply natin sa ating common ratio. So 45 times 3 is 135. At para malaman din ang fifth term, yung fourth term, i-multiply lang din natin sa ating common ratio. So meron tayong 135 times 3. We have 405. Siyempre, ganun din yung gagawin natin para sa 6th term. Yung 5th term, i-multiply natin sa common ratio. 405 times 3, 1,215. At para malaman natin yung hinihingi ng problem, which is the 7th term ng sequence, yung 6th term, i-multiply lang natin sa ating common ratio. We have 1,215 multiplied by 3. The answer is 3,645. So it means the 7th term of geometric sequence, if the first term is 5 and common ratio is 3, is 3,645. Okay, so medyo hassle kapag sobrang dami nang hahanapin. So let us try to use the formula. So syempre, kung meron tayong a sub 1, para makuha yung a sub 2, we'll just simply multiply by the common ratio. Kung a sub 3 naman, syempre yung a sub 2 multiplied by the common ratio, pwede rin nating isulat as a sub 3 is equal to a sub 1 times r squared. So dito magsisimula yung pattern. So kapag a sub 4, pwede nating sabihin a sub 4 is equal to a sub 1 times r cubed. Kapag a sub 5, pwede nating sabihin a sub 4 or a sub 5 is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to 4. Kung mapapansin natin, no, if we are looking for the a sub 3, the exponent ng ating common ratio is 2 para tayo nagbabawas lang ng isa. Okay, kapag raised to 4, hinahanap natin yung 5th term. So, ibig sabihin, pwede nating isulat na kapag hinahanap natin yung nth term or yung unknown, pwede siyang a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. For example, a sub 5 yung hinahanap natin. 5 minus 1 is 4. Where a sub n is the nth term or the last term of the sequence, a sub 1 is the first term of your sequence, n of course is the number of terms, and r is our common ratio.
Okay, so ngayon, subukan nating mag-solve ng isang geometric sequence problem using the formula. Okay, so for example, we have this problem. What will be the 5th term of geometric sequence if its first term, or a sub 1, is negative 8 and its common ratio is positive 2? Okay. We all know, no, sinabi nga natin kanina, that the formula for geometric sequence is a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Okay? Where a sub n is the unknown or the last term, a sub 1 is the first term, r is your common ratio, and n is the number of term. So, ang kailangan na muna natin gawin is identify natin yung mga corresponding value na pwede nating magamit. Okay. So, from this problem, pinakita dyan that your a sub 1 is equal to negative 8. Common ratio is equal to positive 2. And the number of terms is equal to 5. Okay, and we need to solve for the 5th term of geometric sequence. Okay, so dahil meron naman tayong mga corresponding value for this geometric sequence, gawin natin, substitute na lang natin yung bawat value kung saan sila dapat. Okay, so now let us try to solve. So a sub 5 is equal to, yung value ng a sub 1 natin ay negative 8. Okay? Times, yung common ratio natin ay 2. Okay? Yung n natin ay 5. So, we have here 5 minus 1. So, unahin natin yung exponent. Subtract muna natin sila. So, meron tayo ngayong negative 8 times 2 raised to 4. So, ano ba yung 2 raised to 4? Alam natin, kung babalikan natin yung laws of exponent, kapag sinabi natin 2 raised to 4, ang 2 raised to 4 ay 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So, kapag minultiply natin itong mga 2's na yan, magkakaroon tayo ng negative 8 times, okay, so multiply natin to, you have positive 16. Okay, so ngayon, malapit na nating ma-solve yung pang 5th term. Let us try to multiply negative 8 and positive 16. Tandaan natin, sa rule ng multiplication of integers, if unlike sign, the answer is always negative. Therefore, the 5th term of geometric sequence is negative 128. Okay. Okay. Let's have another example here. So, what will be the 6th term of geometric sequence if its first term is positive 5 and its common ratio is positive 3? So, syempre, para hindi natin nakakalimutan yung process, we need to always write the formula, no? Para mas maging familiar tayo sa formula ng geometric sequence. Okay, so we have a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. So, ano na ba yung mga given na meron tayo? So, from this problem, meron tayong value ng a sub 1. So, yung a sub 1 daw natin ay positive 5. Yung common ratio naman natin ay positive 3. At yung number of terms na meron tayo ay yung 6. Ang kailangan nating malaman dito, what will be the value of the 6th term or a sub 6 ng geometric sequence. Okay? So, let us try now to substitute the corresponding given dun sa formula na meron tayo. So, meron tayong a sub 6, yung hinahanap natin. Ang a sub 1 natin ay 5. Ang common ratio natin ay 3. Ang n natin ay 6. So, you have 6 minus 1. So, gaya kanina, unahin muna natin yung exponent. Subtract natin. You have 6 minus 1. So, magkakaroon tayo ngayon ng 5 times 3. So, 6 minus 1, meron tayong 5. Okay? So, unahin muna natin yung 3 raised to 5. Okay, so paano nga ulit si 3 raised to 5? Dahil meron siyang exponent na 5, ibig sabihin yung 3 raised to 5 is equal sa 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. Okay, kung mapapansin nyo, 5 na yung 3 natin. Now, if we multiply those 3's, magkakaroon tayo ngayon ng 5 times, so yung 3 raised to 5 natin ay 243. Now, dahil parehas naman silang positive, let us try to multiply this. So, 5 multiply to 243, the product will be 1,215. So, it means the 6th term of this sequence, or the 6th term of this geometric sequence is 1,215. Okay, so let's have another example again. What will be the 8th term of geometric sequence if its first term is negative 6 and its common ratio is negative 2? Okay, so mula sa process natin kanina, syempre para mas matandaan natin lagi yung formula, una nating isulat lagi yung formula. We have a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. So, from this given, meron tayong value ng a sub 1. No, yung a sub 1 daw natin dito ay negative 6. Yung common ratio na meron tayo rito ay negative 2. Okay? Your n here, dahil 8 term yung hinahanap natin, n is 8. And of course, kailangan nating hanapin is yung value ng 8th term. Okay, so let us try to substitute the corresponding value dun sa ating formula. So, kailangan natin yung a sub 8. Ang a sub 1 daw natin ay negative 6. Ang common ratio daw natin ay negative 2. Ang n natin ay 8 minus 1. So, unahin natin yung 8 minus 1. So, magkakaroon tayo ng negative 6 times negative 2 raised to 7. Okay. So, meron tayo ngayon negative 2 raised to 7. Ano kaya magiging result niyan? Positive or negative? So, try natin i-check. So, yung negative 2 raised to 7 is the same in you have negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2, okay, times negative 2, medyo bitin, dugtong natin sa baba, times negative 2 times negative 2. Okay, so check natin kung pito na. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ngayon, pagdating sa laws of exponent, kapag negative integers Okay, kapag negative yung number natin at yung exponent niya is odd number, no, yung odd number 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, etc. No, kapag negative integers at yung exponent niya ay odd numbers or odd number, ang magiging result nito dapat ay negative. Okay, so dahil odd number siya, yung magiging result natin dito ay negative. So, ibig sabihin, magkakaroon tayo ng negative 6 times. So, negative 2 raised to 7, sabi natin kanina, dahil odd number to, we have negative integer here. So, meron tayong negative 128. Okay, ngayon, let us try to identify the final answer. So, what will be your a sub 8? So, sa rule ng multiplication, if like sign, the answer is always positive. So, makikita natin, parehas silang negative integers. So, the result will be positive. And 6 multiplied to 128 is 768. So, it means the 8th term of geometric sequence from the given is 768. Okay, another example. What will be the 7th term of geometric sequence if its first term is 3/4 and its common ratio is positive 2. So, paano naman kayang gagawin natin dito? Especially kung yung given natin sa sequence ay fraction. Okay. So, simple lang yan. So, again, the formula is you have a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Okay? So, isa-isahin natin. So, sabi, yung first term daw natin ay 3/4 or 3/4. Yung common ratio na meron tayo ay positive 2. Okay? At yung value ng n natin, dahil 7th term yung hinahanap natin, it means yung n natin dito ay 7. So, ano kaya yung value ng 7th term ng geometric sequence based dito sa ating given? Okay, so let's start. Again, substitute natin yung corresponding value. Ang kailangan nating hanapin yung a sub 7 equals, ang a sub 1 natin ay 3/4. Okay, multiply your common ratio, yung r natin ay 2 raised to 7. Okay, yung n kasi natin ay 7 minus 1. Sige. So, magkakaroon tayo ngayon ng 3/4 times 2 raised to 6. So, ganoon lang ulit yun. So, 6 na 2, i-multiply natin siya sa isa't isa. Okay? So, or 6 na beses natin i-multiply yung 2 sa sarili niya. So, magkakaroon tayo ngayon dito ng 3/4 times ang 2 raised to 6 natin is, okay, so we have 64. Okay. So, pagdating dito sa part na to, meron dalawang way ng solution para makuha natin yung final answer. Pero dito muna tayo sa una. Okay, then after this, papakita ko yung second solution. So, dito, let us try to multiply 3/4 and 64. We all know that any whole number, laging may denominator yan na 1. Kapag nagma-multiply tayo ng fraction, this is parallel. Okay, paano yung parallel na yun? Numerator to numerator and denominator to denominator. So, magkakaroon tayo ng 3 times 64. Okay, so 3 times 64, meron tayong 192. And yung 4 times 1 natin, syempre, 4. So ngayon, let us try to divide 192 divide 4. What will be the 7th term of geometric sequence? Okay, so pag dinivide natin yung 192 divide by 4, the 7th term of geometric sequence is 48. Okay, so paano naman yung isang solution na sinasabi ko? Okay, ulitin natin yung part na to. So, sabi natin kanina, meron tayong 3 over 4 times 64. Okay. Sa part kasi na to, pwede tayong magkaroon ng cancellation method. No? Alam natin na yung denominator ng 64 natin ay 1. So, mapapansin natin yung 64 na nasa numerator at yung 4 na nasa denominator, they are both divisible by 4. Okay? So, kung divisible sila by 4, 4 divided by 4 will be 1. And 64 divided by 4 will give you 16. Then, saka tayo mag-multiply ngayon. What will be the 7th term? So, 3 times 16, you have 48. And 1 times 1 still 1. So, the 7th term is 48. Kung makikita ninyo, parehas lang sila ng result. Okay? So, dito, kung naaalala natin yung process ng cancellation method, mas maigi. Okay? Kahit alin sa dalawang solution yung gamitin natin. Okay, sige. Isa pa uling example. What will be the 7th term of geometric sequence if its first term is 5 over 4 and its common ratio is 1/2? Kung kanina, dun sa naunang example natin, ang common ratio natin dun ay a whole number. So ngayon, paano naman kaya kapag ang common ratio natin ay fraction form din? So, madali pa rin yan. Okay? So, una, suot ulit natin yung formula. Formula natin ay a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Okay, so from this given, meron tayong value ng a sub 1. Ang a sub 1 daw natin dito ay 5 over 4. Ang common ratio na meron tayo ay 1/2. Ang n natin ay 7. And we need to find the value of the 7th term of geometric sequence. Okay, so ngayon, substitute na natin yung corresponding value na kailangan natin. So, kailangan nating mahanap si a sub 7. Ang first term natin ay 5 over 4. Ang common ratio natin ay 1/2. Ang n natin ay 7, so we have 7 minus 1 here. Okay, next. So we have 5 over 4 times 1/2. 7 minus 1 is, okay, 6. So ngayon, yung 1/2 raised to 6 natin, so syempre, yung multiply lang natin si 1/2 ng 6 na beses sa sarili niya. Or pwede nating sabihin na yung 1/2 raised to 6 is equal to 1/2 times 1/2 times 1/2, tatlo na yan, times 1/2, 4 times 1/2 times 1/2. Okay. So, meron tayong 6 daw na 1/2. So, mamultiply lang naman natin yan. Kapag fraction, multiplication, numerator to numerator, and denominator to denominator. So, kapag nag-multiply na tayo niyan, so ang 1/2 raised to 6 natin, magkakaroon tayo ng 5 over 4 times 1/2 raised to 6 is 1 over 64. So, let us get the final answer here. No, dahil fraction siya. Again, kapag nagmo-multiply tayo ng fraction, it's a parallel form. Numerator to numerator. Okay, so we have 5 times 1. It will give you 5. And 4 times 64 will give you 256. So it means the 7th term from the given sequence is 5 over 256.
Okay, subukan din nating alamin kung paano yung process in solving the common ratio of geometric sequence. Because sometimes, common ratio is unknown in geometric sequence. So what will be the process?
Okay, so ngayon naman, ituturo ko naman sa inyo yung process, okay, sa pagkuha ng common ratio sa ating geometric sequence. Okay? So, kasi minsan may mga tendency na may mga problem na ang hahanapin sa atin, what will be the common ratio of the given geometric sequence? So, paano ba natin gagawin yun? So, ganito lang yung process sa pag-identify ng common ratio ng isang geometric sequence. Okay, so let us try to use this example. Okay, what will be the value of common ratio if a sub 1 or the first term is 2 and a sub 4 is 432? Okay, so paano nga kayo yung process? So, syempre, wala naman tayong ibang pwedeng gamitin na method dito. Of course, by using the formula, which is a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Kaya lang, may pagkakaiba sa given unlike dun kanina sa paghahanap ng last term. Bakit? Ano yung difference sila? Dito kasi, yes, a sub 1 is given, which is positive 2. Okay? And a sub 4 is also given, which is 432. So, kung mapapansin nyo, parang wala tayong value ng n. No? Pero meron. Akala lang natin walang value ng n, pero meron talaga. Okay? So, from this given, we will assume, or we will say, that a sub 4 will be the last term of geometric sequence. Okay? If a sub 4 is the last term of geometric sequence, ibig sabihin, yung n natin, dahil a sub 4 siya, ang n natin dito ay 4. So ngayon, ang hahanapin na lang natin ay yung value ng common ratio. Okay, so let's start. So una, substitute natin yung corresponding value. Sulat natin yung equation muna in this form. We have a sub 4 is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. So, sa given na to, meron tayong value ng a sub 4, which is 432. Equals, ang a sub 1 natin ay 2. Okay? And of course, wala kasi tayong value ng ating common ratio. So, ililive lang natin siya as r. Okay? Ang n natin ay 4, so we have 4 here minus 1. So, magkakaroon tayo ngayon ng 432 equals 2 times r. So, we have 4 minus 1, we have r cubed. So, ang kailangan lang kasi natin yung value ng r. So, dahil meron tayong value here na 2, so tanggalin natin yung 2 by dividing both sides by 2. Okay, so 2 divided by 2, it will become 1. And 432 divided by 2, you have 216 equals r cubed. Sabi natin kanina, kailangan lang natin yung r, yung common ratio. So, ang gagawin natin ngayon, dahil cube to, fraction raise natin siya. Kunin natin yung cube root both sides ng given natin. Okay. So, ano nga kayang cube root ng 216? So, kung meron kayong calculator, you can use your calculator. Pero kung kabisado nyo yung cubing property, no, mas madali yun. Okay, so, cube root ng r cube, cancel na to. So, matitira na lang ay r. Ngayon, what will be the cube root of 216? Now, the cube root of 216 is, okay, we have 6. Therefore, the common ratio from this given is 6. Okay, sige, mag-try ulit tayo ng isa pang example. Okay, what will be the value of common ratio or the common ratio of your geometric sequence if, okay, if a sub 1 is negative 4 and a sub 4 is negative 256. Okay? So, ulitin natin. Try natin gamitin yung process kanina. Okay? So, again, let us try to write first the formula. You have here a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Na ang given natin dito, meron tayong a sub 1 which is equal to negative 4, a sub 4 na equal naman sa negative 256. Now, in this case, again, masasabi natin that your a sub 4 is the last term. So, ang value ng n natin dito ay 4. So, ang kailangan na lang natin hanapin ay ang common ratio ng given sequence. Okay, so let us try to substitute the corresponding value. So, rewrite natin. The equation will become a raised to 4 is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Na ang value ng a sub 4 natin or ng last term ay negative 256 equals ang a sub 1 natin ay negative 4, unknown yung r, okay, raised to n which is n ay 4 minus 1. Okay, so 4 minus 1 magbibigay ng 3. So we have negative 256 equals negative 4. So 4 minus 1 is 3. You have r cubed. So, ang kailangan ng ulit natin, yung value ng r, tanggalin muna natin yung number na meron tayo rito, yung katabi ni r, which is negative 4. Let us try to divide both sides by negative 4. Okay, so negative 4 divided by negative 4 is positive 1. So, cancel out na natin sila. Then, negative divided by negative will become positive. Okay. So, negative 256 divided by negative 4, okay, will give you positive 64 equals r cubed. Okay. So, ngayon, sabi ko nga kanina, ang kailangan lang natin yung value ng r. So, para matanggal yung cube, kunin natin yung cube root both sides. Okay, sabi ko nga kanina, kung nahihirapan tayo, hindi natin kabisado yung cubing property, kung may calculator, you can use your calculator. Pero I suggest, makabisado nyo sana. Okay, so, r cube root of r cube, cancel na natin yung cube. So, matitira na lang yung r. So, ano ngayon ang cube root ng 64? Okay, the cube root of 64, so, r is equal to 4. So, it means the common ratio from the given is positive 4. Okay, so paano naman kung ganito yung problem? So, try natin to. What will be the value of common ratio if a sub 1 is 4 and a sub 5 is 2,500. Oh my god, parang ang laki masyado ng value. So, subukan lang ulit natin. So again, rewrite first the formula. You have a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Okay, so ang value raw ng a sub 1 natin ay 4. A sub 5 is equal to 2,500. Okay, so dahil a sub 5 yung pinaka last natin, let us try to consider this as your last term. So your n is 5. So ngayon, kailangan lang nating hanapin yung ating common ratio from the given sequence. Okay, so ngayon, substitute natin yung corresponding value. So, rewrite muna natin yung equation. The equation will become a sub 5 equals a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Ang a sub 5 natin dito is we have 2,500 equals ang a sub 1 naman natin ay 4. Siyempre, unknown pa rin yung r. N is 5 minus 1. So, meron tayong 2,500 equals 4 times r raised to 4. So, kailangan lang ulit natin yung r. So, divide natin both sides by 4. Okay? So, 4 divided by 4, 1. Okay? Then, how about 2,500 divided by 4? Okay. So, 2,500 divided by 4 is 625 equals r raised to 4. Sabi nga kanina, ang kailangan lang natin is the common ratio. Dahil meron siyang raised to 4, kailangan natin kunin is yung 4th root ng both terms. So, 4th root. Okay, so ibig sabihin, yung integer is 4 na beses natin siyang minultiply sa sarili niya. So, 4th root of r or 4th root of r raised to 4. Cancel natin yung 4th root and exponent 4. How about 4th root of 625? Okay. So, the 4th root of 625, okay, the value of your r is 5. Okay, therefore, from this given, okay, the common ratio is 5. Okay, paano naman tong problem na to? What will be the value of common ratio if a sub 1 is 3 and a sub 5 is 768? Okay, so the formula, we have a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Yung a sub 1 daw natin from this given is 3. While a sub 5 is 768. So ngayon, dahil meron naman tayong a sub 5, we will consider this as your last term. So, ang magiging value ng n natin ngayon ay 5. So, ang kailangan lang nating hanapin ay yung common ratio. So, rewrite natin yung equation. So, a sub 5 equals a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Ang a sub 5 natin is 768 equals, ang a sub 1 naman natin ay 3, r is unknown, ang n natin ay 5 minus 1. Okay, so 5 minus 1 will give you 4. So, meron tayong 768 equals 3 times r raised to 4. So, dahil r lang naman yung kailangan natin, kailangan na matanggal yung 3. So, divide natin both sides by 3. So, 3 divided by 3 is 1. And 768 divided by 3 will give you, okay, you have 256 equals r raised to 4. So, dahil r raised to 4 siya, ang kailangan lang natin ay r. Ang exponent niya ay 4. Kunin natin yung 4th root, both terms. Okay? So, 4th root ng r raised to 4, cancel natin yung raised to 4 and 4th root, ay na lang matitira. So, the 4th root of 256 is, okay, so the common ratio from this given 4th root of 256 is 4. Okay, so the common ratio from the given sequence is 4.
Okay, how about the process in solving the number of terms of geometric sequence?
Okay, so ngayon naman, what if ang unknown natin is yung n? Okay, or aalamin natin kung pang ilang number of terms ba yung sequence or ilang number of terms ng sequence ang meron tayo. Okay? So, for this time, let us try to find the value of n in geometric sequence. So, gamitin natin tong example na to. Okay. So, in geometric sequence, if a sub 1 is equal to 2 or the first term is 2 and the common ratio or r is equal to 2, what will be the value of n if a sub n is 32? So, pang ilang term daw kaya yung 32 natin dun sa sequence na meron tayo? Okay, para malaman natin yan, syempre, let us try to use the same formula pa rin, which is a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. So, dahil may mga given naman tayo, gaya ni a sub 1, na yung a sub 1 daw natin ay 2, ang common ratio natin ay 2, at yung a sub n, na kinukonsider natin as last term, no? Yung a sub n daw natin ay 32. Okay, ang unknown lang naman dito, kung pang ilang terms ba si 32 sa geometric sequence. So, gaya ng mga naunang ginawa natin, substitute lang naman natin yung mga corresponding value na meron tayo. Okay? Yung value ng a sub n natin, we have 32. Yung a sub 1 natin, we have 2. Yung r natin, we also have 2. Okay? So, yung n is still unknown. That's why we have still n minus 1. Ngayon, pwede ba natin i-multiply yung 2 and 2? Okay, hindi pwede. Right? Hindi natin pwedeng i-multiply yung 2 times 2. Bakit? Kasi yung 2 natin dito sa side na to is meron siyang exponent. And still, yung exponent na meron tayo is unknown. Okay, so ano yung pwede natin gawin? So, marami tayong iba't ibang form ng solution para dito sa ganitong klase ng problem in geometric sequence, no? So, ito yung first solution. Una, divide muna natin both sides by 2. Para saan? Para matanggal natin yung itong part na to. Okay? So, divide natin both sides by 2. So, 2 divided by 2 is 1. And 32 divided by 2 will give you 16. Equals, we have here 2 raised to n minus 1. Okay. So, ito yung first process na pwede natin gawin. Okay. So, nandito na tayo sa part na to. So, pwede natin gawin dito. Kailangan, okay, gagamit tayo ng exponential form, no? change natin yung 16 into exponential form. Na kailangan, parehas sila ng base na meron tayo. So, paano ba tayo magkakaroon ng 16 na parehas dapat tayo ng base? So, try natin dito. So, yung 16, pwede natin siyang makuha ng 4 times 4. Okay. So, pwede rin natin siyang makuha kasi 4 times 4 yan. Pwede rin natin siyang makuha ng 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So, 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16. So, ibig sabihin, kapag sinulat natin yung 16 into exponential form, meron tayong 2 raised to, ilan ba sila? 1, 2, 3, 4. So, meron tayong 2 raised to 4 equals 2 raised to n minus 1. So, dito sa gagawin natin na to, kung makikita nyo, parehas na yung base nila. Okay? So, dahil parehas na yung base nila, kopyahin na lang natin yung exponent na meron tayo. We have 4 equals n minus 1. Okay? Then, itong negative 1, transpose natin sa kabilang side. So, magkakaroon tayo ngayon ng 4 plus 1 equals n. So, 4 plus 1, therefore, n is equal to 5. Okay? So, ano pa yung isang solution natin? So, balik tayo rito sa part na yan. Let us try to rewrite this one. Okay, so sabi natin kanina, meron tayong 16 equals 2 raised to n minus 1. Kung babalikan natin yung natutunan natin sa laws of exponent, no? Nagkakaroon lang naman tayo ng subtraction ng exponent kapag nagdi-divide tayo ng same base. Okay? So, nagdi-divide tayo daw ng same base. So, ibig sabihin, pwede natin itong isulat ng 16 equals 2 raised to n, then 2 raised to 1, or 2 itself. Okay? So, kasi kapag inangat natin to, same base sila, no? Kapag gumamit tayo ng division, isasubtract lang natin yung exponent na meron tayo. So, ngayon, gagawin na natin, pwede tayong mag-cross multiply. Alam natin na ang denominator nito ay 1. So, cross multiply tayo, 16 times 2, meron tayong 32 equals 2 times 1, 2 raised to n. Kaya nang ginawa natin kanina, yung 32, gawin natin, kailangan parehas sila ng base. So, ano ba yung ilang 2's ba pwedeng i-multiply? Or ilang beses ba natin pwedeng i-multiply yung 2 sa sarili niya para maging 32? Pwede tayong mag-manual computation na pwede nating sabihin na yung 32, okay, yung 32 ay same ng 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. So, 2 times 2, 4 times 2, 8 times 2, 16 times 2, 32. Ibig sabihin, ito ay 2. Ilang 2 yan? So, meron tayong 5 equals 2 raised to n. Therefore, same base na tayo. Okay? N is equal to 5. Nakikita natin, parehas lang sila ng result. Okay? So, kahit alin sa dalawang method, pwede nyong gamitin. Okay, sige, try pa natin itong isa. So, in geometric sequence, if a sub 1 is equal to negative 3 and r is equal to negative 3, what will be the value of n if a sub n is equal to negative 243? Okay, so let us try. Again, the formula is a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. So, ano-anong mga value ba ang meron tayo dito? meron tayong a sub 1 which is equal to negative 3. Meron tayong r na equal din sa negative 3. Siyempre, meron tayong last term which is equal to negative 243. The problem is, hindi natin alam kung ilang term ng sequence ang meron tayo. Okay, so let us try to substitute the corresponding value. Ang value ng a sub n na meron tayo ay negative 243 equals, ang a sub 1 natin ay negative 3. At nagkataon na naman na ang common ratio natin ay negative 3 raised to n, which is unknown, minus 1. Okay? So, gaya kanina, cancel natin muna yung pwedeng makancel. So, hindi natin pwedeng gamitin tong part na to kasi meron siyang exponent. So, divide natin both sides by negative 3 para po dito sa part na yan. Okay, so negative 3 divided by negative 3 will give you positive 1. Okay, the negative 243 divided by negative 3, negative, magiging positive. So, meron tayo ngayong 81 equals negative 3 raised to n minus 1. So, ngayon, ang kailangan natin, yung 81 maging parehas kay negative 3. Okay, so paano yung gagawin natin dyan? So, yung 81, kailangan maging parehas sila ng base na negative 3. The question is, ilang beses nating i-multiply si negative 3 sa sarili niya para makakuha tayo ng positive 81. Okay, so pwedeng mangyari na si 81 daw ay 3 times 3 times 3 times 3. But in this case, lahat ito ay positive. Okay, so try natin daw yung negative. So, negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3 times negative 3. Okay, so try natin. Negative 3 times negative 3, we have positive 9. Times negative 3, we have negative 27. Times negative 3, we have positive 81. So, ibig sabihin, yung 81, pwede natin isulat ang exponential form na negative 3 raised to 4 equals negative 3 raised to n minus 1. Kung makikita natin, parehas na sila ng base. So, kopyahin na lang natin yung exponent. We have 4 equals n minus 1. So, transpose natin si negative 1. So, we have 4 plus 1 equals n. Therefore, n is equal to 5. Okay? So, pwede ka rin gamitin yung isang method na tinuro ko sa inyo kanina kung gugustuhin nyo. Okay? So, try natin ulit yung isang method na tinuro ko. So, balik tayo rito sa part na to. Okay? So, meron tayong 81 equals to, we have negative 3 raised to n minus 1. So, apply natin yung laws of exponent. So, magkakaroon tayo ng 81 equals negative 3 raised to n over negative 3. Okay po. So, after that, cross-multiply natin. Denominator nito ay 1. So, negative 3 times 81. Magkakaroon tayo ng negative 243 equals negative 3 raised to n. So, ganun ulit. No? Yung negative 243, aalamin natin or kailangan isulat natin siya into exponential form na kailangan kaparehas ng same base. So, ano ba yon? So, yung negative 243 okay po, is negative 3 raised to 5 equals negative 3 raised to n. Therefore, the value of n here is also 5. Parehas pa rin sila. Okay, kung saan yung method na mas nadadalian kayo, pwede niyong gamitin. Okay, sige, isa pang example ulit. So, try natin ulit to. In geometric sequence, if a sub 1 is equal to 1 and r is equal to 2, what will be the value of n if a sub n is equal to 32? So, pang ilang terms kaya ang meron tayo sa sequence natin? So, again, first, let us try to rewrite the formula. A sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. So, yung mga given na meron tayo rito, yung a sub 1, which is equal to 1, yung r, okay po, so yung r natin, which is equal to 2, at syempre, yung last term na meron tayo, which is a sub n, is equal to 32. So, what will be the value of n from this sequence? So, ilang terms ba ang meron tayo? Okay, so let's try to solve now. So, substitute natin yung corresponding value. A sub n is 32. A sub 1 is 1. R is 2. Raised to n minus 1. Okay po. So, syempre, kailangan matanggal muna yung 1. Let us try to divide both sides by 1. 1 divided by 1 is the same. So, di naman makaka-apekto kay 32. So, still we have 32 equals 2 raised to n minus 1. Ngayon, yung 32, sulat natin into exponential form. So, ano nga ba yung exponential form ng 32? You have 2 raised to 5 is equal to 2 raised to n minus 1. Ngayon, dahil parehas na tayo ng base, pwede na natin kopyahin na lang yung exponent na meron tayong 5 is equal to n minus 1. So, yung negative 1, transpose natin. We have 5, negative nilipat, magiging positive, equals n. So, 5 plus 1, therefore, the number of terms is 6.
Okay, in this part naman, subukan nating pag-aralan what will be the process in solving the first term in geometric sequence.
Okay, so ngayon naman, what if sa geometric sequence na meron tayo, ang nawawala naman ay ang first term? Okay, so kapag first term ang nawawala sa geometric sequence, so this will be the process. Okay, so it depends dun sa given na meron tayo para mahanap natin yung first term ng geometric sequence. Okay, so let us try to use this example. What will be the value of a sub 1 or the first term in geometric sequence if a sub 4 is negative 40 and its common ratio is negative 2? So, kung mapapansin natin dito, no, given lang sa atin dito yung a sub 4 na pwede natin i-consider as the last term at yung ating common ratio. Okay? So, paano yung gagawin nating process dito? So, again, let us write first the formula. We have the a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. In this case, ang kailangan nating hanapin yung value ng first term. So, ano-ano ba yung given na meron tayo? Meron tayong a sub 4, which is equal to negative 40. Okay po. Then, meron tayong common ratio, which is equal to negative 2. At dahil meron tayong a sub 4, pwede natin, masasabi kaagad natin that the value of n is equal to 4. So ngayon, ang problema lang natin is what will be the value of your first term. Okay? So again, using the formula, substitute natin yung mga corresponding value na meron tayo. For a sub n, okay, is the last term which is a sub 4, you have negative 40. Pero bago yan, sulat natin yung magiging equation natin. A sub 4 is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Yung a sub 4 natin ay negative 40 equals, wala tayong first term, still this is unknown, pero meron tayong common difference, common ratio which is negative 2. Then n natin ay 4 minus 1. So meron tayo ngayong negative 40 equals a sub 1 times we have negative 2, 4 minus 1 is 3. So what is negative 2 then cube? So magkakaroon tayo ng negative 40 is equal to a sub 1 multiplied to negative 8. Okay? So ang kailangan lang naman natin yung first term. So let us divide both sides. Kung ano yung number na katabi ni a sub 1, we have negative 8. So cancel out natin si negative 8. So we have 1. So negative 40 divided by negative 8. Okay, so negative divided negative will be positive, and 40 divided 8. The first term from this given sequence is 5. Okay, another example. What will be the value of a sub 1 in geometric sequence if a sub 5 is negative 32 and its common ratio is negative 2? So again, gawin lang natin. Let us try to rewrite first the formula. A sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. So the given here, meron tayong a sub 5 which is equal to negative 32. Yung common ratio na equal sa negative 2. So dahil meron tayong a sub 5, pwede nating sabihin na yung n natin ay 5. So ang kailangan lang nating hanapin ay yung first term. Okay, so rewrite natin yung magiging equation natin. Magkakaroon tayo ng equation na a sub 5 equals a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Yung a sub 5 natin ay negative 32. Ang a sub 1 natin ay unknown. Ang r natin ay negative 2. Ang n naman natin ay 5 minus 1. Okay? So meron tayong negative 32 equals a sub 1 times negative 2 raised to 4. So negative 2 raised to 4, so we have negative 32 is equal to a sub 1 times, okay, positive 16. Then ang kailangan lang naman natin ay a sub 1. Let us divide both sides by, okay, 16. So cancel out natin yung 16. Therefore, a sub 1 is equal to negative 2. So the first term from the given sequence is negative 2. Okay, so isa pa ulit. So what will be the value of a sub 1 in geometric sequence if a sub 6 is 4096 and its common ratio is 4? So parang malaki-laki yung value. So again, write lang natin yung formula. A sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Okay, ang given natin, meron tayong a sub 6 which is equal to 4096 common ratio which is equal to 4. At dahil meron tayong a sub 6, pwede nating sabihin na ang n natin ay equal sa 6. So what will be the value of our first term? Okay, so rewrite natin yung equation. Magiging a sub 6 is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Now, ang value ng a sub 6 natin ay 4,096 equals a sub 1 natin ay unknown times ang r natin ay 4, n natin ay 6, then minus 1. Okay, so we have 4,096 equals a sub 1 times 4 raised to 5. Okay, so what is 4 raised to 5 kaya? So we have 4,096 equals a sub 1 times, okay, we have 1,024. Okay, so para mahanap natin yung value ng a sub 1, let us divide both sides by 1,024. Cancel out na to. Okay po. So 4,096 divide 1,024. Therefore, a sub 1 is equal to 4. So it means the first term from the given sequence, okay, is positive 4. Okay, so paano naman kaya if maka-encounter tayo ng ganitong klaseng problem? Okay, so basahin natin yung problem, no? What will be the value of a sub 1 in geometric sequence if a sub 6 is equal to 486 and a sub 3 is equal to 144? Ano kaya to? So, syempre sulat na natin yung formula. A sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Ang given lang na meron tayo ay yung a sub 6, which is equal to 486. At yung a sub 3 na equal naman sa 144. Okay. So, ano yung possible value ng n? So, dahil dalawa yung given term na meron tayo, pwede nating sabihin na pwedeng ang maging value ng n natin either 6 kung gagamitin natin yung a sub 6 or 3 kung gagamitin natin yung a sub 3. Hindi naman din natin mahanap ang a sub 1 kung wala tayong common ratio. Okay, so sa ganitong klase ng problem, kailangan malaman kaagad natin ano yung value ng common ratio. Okay, then, pag nakuha natin yung common ratio, saka lang natin makukuha yung value ng first term. Ngayon, sa ganitong klase ng problem, alam natin na ang formula natin ay a sub 1. Okay, a sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Wala tayong first term na pwedeng magamit para mahanap yung common ratio. So, ganito yung gagawin natin. Kung mapapansin natin, doon sa formula natin, minus 1. Bakit ba siya minus 1? Kasi ang ginagamit natin kasama ng formula ay yung first term. So, ibig sabihin, kapag ito ay a sub 2, ginamit natin yung a sub 2 kunyari as first term, ito ay magiging n minus 2. Okay? So, sa case na to, we will assume na ang first term natin ay yung a sub 3. At ang last term natin, yung a sub 6. Okay? So, dahil yung a sub 3 ang gagawin nating first term, ibig sabihin, itong part na to, magbabago yan. So, paano yung magiging equation natin? A sub 6 equals a sub 3 times r raised to n minus, dahil a sub 3 yung ginamit natin, hindi na siya magiging a sub 1, siya ay magiging n minus 3. Okay? So, observe nyo, pareha sila. So, sa ganitong klase ng equation, mahahanap na natin yung value ng common ratio. So, ano bang value ng a sub 6? Meron tayong 486. E yung value ng a sub 3? Meron tayong 144. Okay? Yung r natin ay unknown. Ang n natin, dahil a sub 6 yung ginamit natin last term, we have 6 minus 3. Okay? So, we have here 486 equals 144. R, 6 minus 3, you have 3. Okay? Then, ang kailangan lang natin yung R. So, divide natin both sides by 144. Okay, so 144 divided by 144. Okay, magiging 1. Okay, so ngayon naman yung 486 divide 144. Okay, ano ba yung greatest common factor na meron sila? Okay, so 486 and 144 are both divisible by 18. Okay, so gagawin natin yung 486 di-divide natin by 18. Kung ano yung ginawa natin kay 486, gagawin din natin kay 144. Equals R cube. Okay? So ngayon, 486 divided by 18, magkakaroon tayo ngayon ng 27. 144 divided by 18, magkakaroon tayo ngayon ng 8. So, equals R cube. So, sabi natin, kailangan mo naman ko yung common ratio. Dahil R cube to, kunin natin yung cube root both sides ng given. So, cube root of R cube, cancel na to. R na lang matitira. Ano ba yung cube root ng 27? Okay, good. So, ang cube root ng 27 ay 3. How about cube root ng 8? Okay, we have 2. It means the common ratio from the given is 3 over 2. So, dahil meron na tayong common ratio na 3 over 2, pwede na natin hanapin ngayon yung first term. Ano yung gagamitin natin ngayon na last term? Kahit alin sa dalawa yung gamitin natin na last term, okay lang. Parehas pa rin ang magiging sagot. So, para mas madali, kunin natin yung pinakamaliit o yung pinakamalapit sa first term, which is a sub 3. So, again, gagamitin natin yung formula. A sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. In this case, ang gagamitin natin yung a sub 3 is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Ang value ng a sub 3 na meron tayo rito ay 144 equals a sub 1, which is unknown. Ang r naman natin ay 3 over 2. Okay? Ang n natin ay 3 minus 1. So, magkakaroon tayo ngayon ng 144 equals a sub 1 times 3 over 2 squared. So, we have 144 equals a sub 1 times. Okay. 3 squared is 9. 2 squared is, okay, we have 4. So, ngayon, kailangan matanggal yung 9 over 4 kay a sub 1 para malaman na natin yung first term. So, kapag fraction, para hindi kayo malito pag nagdi-divide kayo, instead of dividing both sides, multiply natin both sides. Okay, ano yung ipamumultiply natin? Yung reciprocal ng a sub 1 or yung reciprocal ng value na katabi ng a sub 1. So, yung reciprocal ng 9 over 4 is 4 over 9. So dito, meron ding 4 over 9. Dun sa right side, cancel na yung 9, cancel na yung 4. Sa left side naman, no, magkakaroon tayo ng 144 times 4. We have 576 divide 9, okay, is equal to A sub 1. So 576 divided by 9, your first term is equal to 64. So it means from the given sequence here, no, your first term is equal to 64. Okay, so let us try another one ulit. So what will be the value of A sub 1 in geometric sequence if A sub 6 is 486 and A sub 3 is equal to negative 18? So again, gamitin natin yung formula na A sub n is equal to A sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Meron tayong A sub 6 which is equal to 486, A sub 3 na equal sa negative 18, at syempre yung n natin, it's either 6 or yung 3. Depende sa gagamitin natin mamaya. Okay po. Then, ang kailangan nating hanapin, syempre, para malaman yung A sub 1, hanapin muna natin yung value ng common ratio para mahanap natin yung value ng A sub 1. Okay, so let's start. Sabi natin dun kanina sa given, assume natin na yung pinakamababang term or pinakamalapit na term sa A sub 1, siya ang gagawin nating first term. So, yung equation natin, magiging A sub 6 equals A sub 3 times r raised to n minus, okay, minus 3. Bakit minus 3? Kasi ginamit natin yung A sub 3 as first term. So ngayon, substitute natin yung corresponding value. Meron tayo ngayong 486 equals, ang A sub 3 natin ay negative 18. Ang r natin ay unknown. Okay, ang n natin ay 6 minus 3. Okay, so meron tayong 486 equals negative 18 or 6 minus 3 cube. Then after that, divide natin both sides by negative 18 para yung r na lang yung matitira or yung r cube. So negative 18 divided by negative 18 is positive 1. Then we have 486 divided by negative 18. This will give you negative 27 equals r cube. So dahil r cube siya, kunin natin yung cube root both sides. Okay. So cancel out na yung cube root sa r na lang yung natira. So yung r natin, ang cube root ng negative 27 ay negative 3. Okay, so ngayon nakuha na natin yung cube root o yung common ratio ng given sequence. Hanapin naman natin ngayon yung A sub 1. So again, kahit alin sa dalawa pwede natin gamitin, pero I suggest mas gamitin natin yung pinakamalapit sa first term. So yung magiging equation natin dito is A sub 3 is equal to A sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Ang A sub 3 daw natin ay negative 18 is equal to A sub 1. Ang r natin ay negative 3. Dahil A sub 3 ang ginamit natin, ang n natin ay 3 minus 1. So meron tayong negative 18 equals A sub 1 times negative 3. 3 minus 1 is 2. So, meron tayong negative 18 equals a sub 1 times negative 3 then squared. It will give you positive 9. Then divide both sides by 9. Okay, cancel natin yung 9. So, a sub 1 is equal to negative 2. Okay? So, it means the first term from the given sequence, ito kasi hinihingi, no, is negative 2. Okay, so, last example tayo. So, what will be the value of a sub 1 in geometric sequence if a sub 5 is 567 and a sub 2 is 21? Okay, so try ulit natin. Let us try to write first the formula. A sub n is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. So, yung given na meron tayo rito, yung a sub 5, which is equal to 567, yung a sub 2, which is 21, okay, yung n, no, either ang gagamitin mo ay 5 or 2, at syempre, bago natin mahanap yung a sub 1, kailangan malaman muna natin yung common ratio. Pag nalaman natin yung common ratio, saka lang natin mabibigay yung first term o yung a sub 1. Okay, so ulitin natin yung process kanina. I-assume natin na yung a sub 2 natin ay first term. Okay, so yung magiging equation natin, a sub 5 equals a sub 2 times r raised to n minus, okay, dahil a sub 2 minus 2. So ngayon, substitute natin yung corresponding value. A sub 5 is 567. Ang a sub 2 natin ay 21. R is unknown. Ang n natin na ginamit ay 5 minus 2. Okay, so meron tayong 567 equals 21. Okay, times r cube. So, divide muna natin both sides by 21 para yung r na lang yung matitira. Okay, so cancel natin yung 21. So, 567 divide 21 will give you 27 r cube. Then, after this, kunin natin yung cube root both sides para makuha natin yung value ng r. Okay? Ang cube root ng r cube is r, while ang cube root ng 27 ay 3. Meron na tayong common ratio ng sequence na ang a sub 5 ay 567 and a sub 2 niya naman ay 21. Dahil meron na tayong common ratio, proceed na tayo sa pagkuha ng a sub 1. Gaya ng sinabi ko kanina, mas madaling gamitin yung term na mas malapit sa first term. So dito, ang magiging equation natin, a sub 2 is equal to a sub 1 times r raised to n minus 1. Okay? Ang value ng a sub 2 na meron tayo ay 21 equals unknown na ang ating a sub 1. Ang r na nakuha natin based on our computation ay 3. Ang n natin ay 2 minus 1. So, meron tayo ngayong 21 equals a sub 1. 2 minus 1 is 1 times 3. Then, divide both sides by 3. Cancel natin yung 3. Therefore, a sub 1 is equal to 7. So, the first term from the given sequence is 7.